The audio commentary. It's a dying art form, but here at One Track Mind, I, your wonky yet affable host Ryan Luis Rodriguez, analyze film through the prism of these embryonic forms of podcasting, one audio commentary at a time. Masterpieces, crapster pieces, live action, animation, cult classics, films literally no one has ever heard of. No track is too small, and no track is too big. Join me and my guests from the entertainment world as we keep these features alive every other Tuesday. Hey, who else is going to discuss Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey one week and Citizen Kane the next? Us, that's who. Sure, you have to put up with my voice, but there's a certain give and take in this industry. That's One Track Mind, part of the Someone's Favorite Productions family, and available wherever you get your podcasts.
Have you ever wanted to dive deeper into the horror movies you love? Beyond the Blood is a horror podcast for fans who want more than just surface-level screams. We do deep dives into the movies that shaped us, digging into director commentaries, behind-the-scenes stories, deleted scenes, and the special features that most people skip. Each episode is a love letter to the genre. We break down how these films were made, the creative risks that paid off, or didn't, and the lasting impact they've had on the genre as a whole. From 70s slashers to modern nightmares, we celebrate the craft, chaos, and characters that keep us coming back. If you're the kind of fan who rewatches movies with the commentary on, or you simply grew up in the video store horror aisle, the Beyond the Blood podcast was made for you. New episodes every single week. Subscribe, and let's dig deep. Welcome to the Beyond the Blood podcast.
Welcome to the On Seagal podcast, where we talk all things Steven Seagal, good and bad. I am your host, Trevor Gumbel. Joining me, as always, is my co-host.
Hey, Richie! Where's Richie? Man, how many times did he say that shit in this movie? Did you count?
Too many times.
Yeah. Well, it's almost, to be fair, it is kind of just one scene.
Yeah, but it's a damn good scene.
Well, I was going to say, it's kind of the scene that the movie is almost known for. Trevor mentioned it. I quoted it. We're going to be talking about an old Steven Seagal film from 1991. That film is Out for Justice.
Yes.
It's miles from civilization.
Over the arm, what?
But just one subway stop from Manhattan.
Hey, you want a party?
Brooklyn. They were friends.
Ever since we was little.
Born on these streets.
What's that?
One of us. Family. Now, after 15 years,
Who would I ever thought that I would have become a cop, huh?
they will play cops and robbers one more time. But this time,
Richie got out of the car and just stepped up, bang.
it's no game.
3 of his crew were with him.
Steven Seagal,
I know this guy better than anybody else. I know the neighborhood better than anybody else.
out for justice.
I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
You know our ways. He must be dealt with by us.
Over here, Sal.
Get in the car! I'll find this guy before you do. You know what I'm gonna do.
So you still call me here like a girl?
The body count's going up, Gino.
I'm starting to get in a bad mood, you know? Maybe it's like a mood swing, my hormones, I don't know.
In this neighborhood, someone's got to take out the garbage. Steven Seagal, out for justice.
And by the way, this is my co-host, Chris Stachiw.
Yeah, not Richie.
Not Richie.
Or Bobby Lupo.
No Bobby Lupo.
Or the aptly named Gino Foligno.
Gino fucking Foligno.
What a stupid fucking name. But
And I guarantee you our accents are a lot more authentic than Seagal's.
Yeah. Yeah, so this film is directed by John Flynn, written by David Lee Henry. It is produced by Steven Seagal and Arnold Kopelson. It stars one Mr. Steven Seagal, William Forsythe, Jerry Orbach, and in this, I genuinely forgot that she was in this movie. Gina Gershon.
Yes. Yep. And she's okay. Yeah, she's good. And it contains a early appearance of
John
from ER. Oh yeah, and from ER, the woman from ER.
I have never seen ER. So
you've never seen ER? Oh,
that is where your age prevails on mine.
Oh Jesus!
Because ER would have been on old when I was like a child.
Juliana Margulies. It's the early appearance of Juliana Margulies.
Right. That's right. Yeah, Juliana Margulies.
We'll edit this part out.
So, what is Out for Justice about? Well, Out for Justice is about one, Mr. Gino Felino, an NYPD cop from Dyker Heights, Brooklyn, who has a very strong relationship with his neighborhood. He breaks up a crack deal, and then a crackhead by the name of Richie Madonna murders Steven Seagal's partner in broad daylight in front of his wife and children.
Yeah.
And then the entire film is Steven Seagal out for justice. So, Trevor, when was the first time you saw this film?
I probably saw it years ago at my buddy Jeremy's house because we used to watch Steven Seagal, his older films a lot. This is the most recent. This refreshed my memory quite a bit of watching it.
Sure.
And God, this is so trashy and so just dirty, but God, it is so much fun. I love this movie. This is just Seagal at his just absolute Seagaliest when it comes to like vengeance movies.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to him looking for people to fuck up because, it's personal this time. It's a personal thing. This is great. It is just so much fun. It is William Forsythe he's just playing it up as the villain and he does just a great job. I think this is a great Seagal film.
Yeah. So I had seen this movie probably in the last decade at least was the first time I saw it. And I watched it at my folks' house because I was actually going through the Seagal kind of filmography with them because we had never seen most of the Seagal films. My family is more Schwarzenegger and Schwarzenegger.
Understood.
And so, yeah, right. And I mean, we've talked ad nauseum about Schwarzenegger on this podcast. I'm sure he'll come up again. But for me, when I watched this film for the first time, I liked it, but it lacked polish. Rewatching it again, I liked it, but like you said, it is a film that is intentionally grimy and dirty because it's set in early, in the late 80s, early 90s of New York in Dyker Heights. And you have this guy running around. William Forsythe is murdering people in broad daylight.
Oh yeah, he's a fucking psychopath.
Yeah, he's a crackhead. He's cracked out. He is the definition of cracked out in this film.
Exactly. Yeah.
And the entire film is essentially a one long chase for Seagal on the heels of William Forsythe. The entire film, the entire movie.
Yeah, and he's always just this close to him, and he always gets away.
Until right at the end.
Exactly.
But that notwithstanding, I do like this movie a fair amount. I think, and I'm sure you would agree, because we kind of have similar tastes when it comes to these Seagal films. Seagal early on in his career this is when he's hitting his stride. I mean, this is his fourth film that he's starring in. This is the film right before Under Siege. So, it's good. It's definitely better than some of the later early films we're going to be talking about on Deadly Ground, Fire Down Below, stuff like that.
Yeah.
This movie is tighter than those films. This film is not 2 hours long. It doesn't have a environmental message or whatever. And again, the environmental message doesn't detract from those films, but those films definitely meander all over the place. This film is it's a tight little movie. It's a lot of fun.
It's a tight, unpolished
91 minutes.
91 minutes. Yeah. And
so let's talk a little bit about William Forsythe's character. And William Forsythe is an actor.
I love William Forsythe. He is just so underrated.
Yeah, I don't like I haven't seen him in much. What I've seen him in was this and the reboot of Halloween, the zombie one, the Rob Zombie one.
I first noticed William Forsythe in Dick Tracy, where he played Flat Top.
Right, that's right.
He's a fucking amazing character actor.
Oh yeah. Well, he's got a great face. I mean, character actors often have really memorable faces, right? And he has a great face.
He's mostly cast in like action films, stuff like that.
Often as a villain.
He was in The Rock as one of the CIA agents. I think FBI. Was it FBI or CIA? I don't remember. He played Denzel Washington's friend in Virtuosity. He's been in so many things. His upcoming role lately, actually, no, his last role he was in the Roe versus Wade movie, the pro-life Roe versus Wade movie.
Oh.
He's getting into more Christian films lately.
Oh.
His next film is the God's Not Dead, We the People. So I don't know if you're familiar with those movies, are you?
I know of them in as much as I know that they exist and that I am keeping a hyper arm's length distance away from them because I have absolutely no interest in having anything to do with those bizarre attempts at making a film.
Yeah. I mean, but that character he's playing in that one seems like a complete 180 from this character from Richie. With a name you'll hear so many times in this movie.
God, it's like incessant amounts of Seagal saying, "Where's Richie? Hey, Richie!" It's like, dude, were there any other lines that they could have given you?
And what you didn't mention is Seagal was it family ties to the mob?
So that's kind of the thing that I've rewatching it again. I wasn't exactly sure. So yeah, so there's Seagal chasing after Richie. And then there's the mobsters chasing after Richie as well, because he's, stirring up shit in their
he's killing protected people.
Yeah, it's in Diker Heights, it's in Brooklyn, so this is their turf. This is the mob, this is La Cosa Nostra's turf.
Yeah,
and Seagal, I guess, has some sort of connection to them. It's not made clear. I guess maybe Seagal. I guess what they were being led to believe is Seagal grew up in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
and he went one way, and Richie went another. Because they all grew up together.
Yeah, and I love how there's two separate scenes in the same bar. Where one scene the mob's coming looking for Richie and fucks people up, and then Steven Seagal comes to the bar, looks for Richie and fucks people. So this Richie guy is not making many fans.
And not only does Steven Seagal fuck people up, he fucks people up by putting a cue ball in a sock.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best scene in the movie.
It's a great scene. I love that. That is one of his best fight scenes in the films. And it's probably one of the most entertaining, if not just for his terrible accent, but for the fights he gets in. And it seems like all the guys come at him just one at a time.
Yeah.
And they all say a version of the same thing. I'm gonna fuck you up, man. They all act and talk like they're gonna after like 10 different guys have been just laid out flat. They still have guys coming at them, sure that they're going to be the one that are going to take this guy down 1-on-1. Exactly, and it's just beautiful. And
I mean, I love these kinds of movies where it's like, the audience doesn't really get a moment to catch their breath because it is just there's no rising action. The rising action is a guy gets shot in broad daylight. I mean, well, I guess the movie opens with Gino busting up a drug deal, and then
he's busting up a prostitution. He sees a prostitute getting smacked, and so he basically goes up to the guy and just gets in the business, basically. And that's the last time we really see Gino or Bobby Lupo alive.
Yeah.
Because was Bobby undercover or was he actually tied to the mob?
No. So that there's a twist later in the film that kind of speaks to why the character of Richie kills Bobby, who grew up with Gino and Richie.
Yeah.
Because Richie was having an affair, or Bobby was having an affair with Richie's girlfriend. And Bobby's wife let Richie know, and Richie killed him for it.
Oh. Yeah. I must have missed that part of the whole thing. But I knew he was having an affair.
And And he wanted to be like Richie. He wanted to live the lifestyle that Richie lived, which was, he was a drug dealer and a crackhead and, making money through illegal channels. So, yeah, the guy's wife turned on him. And
Richie.
Yeah.
Bobby was a dirty cop, basically.
Yeah, essentially, yeah.
But Gino still had faith in him and he was his partner. He loved his partner.
Yeah.
And otherwise, he wouldn't go through all that trouble just to find, Richie.
Right. But yeah, so you have this, essentially it's a chase movie of Steven Seagal trying to catch up to Richie. I will say, jumping ahead a little bit, I find the conclusion of this film to be disappointing.
Underwhelming?
Yeah, disappointing. But again, is that surprising given that the conclusions or climaxes of all these Seagal films have been pretty lackluster, even the good ones?
The thing about Seagal films is that no matter how great the villains are, they've never really seemed like they would pose a threat to Steven Seagal.
And the way that the scripts are written and the way that we know that Seagal is treated by the studios at this time, there is no threat. That's the point.
I think that's the major flaw is...
Hello, this is Chris Haskell from They Live by Film. For those that don't know us, Adam, Zach, and we built a podcast over the last 2 years that's a combination of film discussion from 3 very different perspectives, as well as industry interviews with the leaders in boutique Blu-ray and 4K community. We started with Dev Crocodile, but over time we've been lucky enough to speak with Arrow Video, Severin, Mondo Macabro, Vinegar Syndrome, Radiance, Indicator, most of the OCN partner labels. It's been a blast. You can find us wherever you podcast, and also actually recently as part of Someone's Favorite Production Podcast Network. We hope to see you online.
This is a crackhead murderer mobster guy who has no really physical skills whatsoever other than shooting people.
Right.
So you're pretty sure Seagal can just take this guy out, no problem. But
to be fair, that's been the case with everybody that Seagal's fought in all these movies we've seen.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And the script just has it be a prolonged fight, him getting a couple shots in or, but in your mind, you're thinking, no, Seagal can end this like that.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's a script. They have to make the movie a little longer. So they have a chase scene in that building. Or was it a house or an apartment or something at the end where he's chasing him around?
Oh yeah, it's in his house, yeah, or it's in the house of I guess his girlfriend or a woman that he's seeing.
Yeah, because they were having like this big drug and hooker party there.
Yeah,
which is a dumb thing to do if you're being sought by 2 different factions.
If you're trying to stay low, you don't stay low by throwing a blow and hooker fuel
crack and hoe party.
No.
That's not a good way to keep your distance.
No, but ultimately, winding it back a little bit, the things that I do really like about this movie, I like Steven Seagal's performance. I think he does a really good job. I mean, again, he does the best when he's given the least to do, like verbally. If they kind of keep it short and sweet to the point, not letting him pontificate about God knows what. Steven Seagal really shines as an action star because he's not charismatic.
I mean,
he is, but he isn't. Like, he can be, but he's not naturally charismatic.
I think this seems like the film he has the most fun doing.
Yeah.
It seems like he's having fun doing the film.
Yeah.
And when he's having fun doing a film, you can tell.
Yeah.
I would agree. I mean, it's, he's just doing what he does. This is a movie where basically he's doing what he does best with 0 complications or 0 anything made more complicated than it needs to be. This movie doesn't try to talk about the drug problem in America or anything like that.
No.
It's not trying to send a message. It's just Seagal fucking people up for 90 straight minutes.
Yeah. It's kind of like pure distilled Seagal.
Yeah, it's purest. It's the most pure Seagal you will find. It's the
at least as far as we've found so far.
Yeah, it's the Everclear of Seagal. It's distilled to its most potent attributes.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, there is nobody in this movie who's given more time to do anything other than Seagal. Even Jerry Orbach is in this movie in 2 scenes.
Yeah, but he's got one of the top billings.
I know.
But he's only in it for 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
As his chief or something.
Careful, Gino. Don't get over cocky.
Which by the way, this is the most easily manipulated chief. It's like whatever Seagal wants to do, yeah, go ahead and do. He doesn't give him any shit for it.
Nope.
In the beginning, he says, "Give me a bulletproof vest and a shotgun," and that's how the movie starts.
Like, what police chief would do that? None. No police chief. None police chiefs.
But if you're a Steven Seagal in a Steven Seagal film,
well, yeah,
you just give him what he needs and get out of his way.
What did you think of what did you think of that side plot with the dog?
Oh, where he finds that dog who's being abused and just takes him?
Well, no, the guy threw the dog out of his car and drove off.
Oh, right. Then he finds the
guy at the end of the movie. It comes full circle at the end of the film.
Oh, and doesn't his license plate say something or has a bumper sticker or some shit like that?
Something like "Let God sort him out."
Oh, kill them all, let God sort them out.
Yeah. That I think the character driving that car takes a dog and throws it out the window, and Seagal's character adopts the dog.
I think they were trying to make Seagal look softer.
Humanize him a little bit.
Basically, he's saving the cat.
Right.
Like the book. You know how the book Save the Cat? You ever read that book? Basically, to get someone to sympathize with the character in a film, I'm paraphrasing like no other, have the character do something like save a cat or rescue a baby or something like that to gain sympathy for the character.
Sympathy by having them do something that is the most sympathetic of things to do.
Yeah, like if a villain does something altruistic, you somehow feel for the villain.
Right.
So I think this is what he's doing in the film, because there's really not much of a plot with that one. There's like a couple scenes with the dog, and then at the end,
right,
he finds the guy who does it and beats the shit out of him.
Knocks him down, and the dog pees on the man's head.
Because that's just a natural conclusion. In the 90s, if you're a bad guy and the good guy has a dog, the rule is the dog will piss on you for comedic effect.
Well, yeah.
That's how it worked back then.
I would hope so.
You're 10 years younger than I am. I have lived more. I have seen more films. That is a rule of film.
You ever seen a dog piss on a skeleton and bring it back to life?
Oh, you mean Friday the 13th part, was it 5 or 6?
Wrong franchise, but you're on the right track.
No, it was Friday the 13th. It
was Nightmare on Elm Street. It was the Rennie Harlan. It was the Rennie Harlan.
Oh my God, it was 4, wasn't it?
It was the Rennie Harlan Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, where the dog pisses fire onto Freddy Krueger's like skeleton and brings it back to life.
I could have sworn that was Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, it is Nightmare
Friday
on Elm
the 13th.
Street. No, Friday the 13th is where he gets resurrected by having the things like. Isn't it like he gets resurrected by lightning? Right.
Something like that.
That's the one with the kid from Return of the Living Dead, Tom Phillips.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I have seen a character brought to life by dog piss, though. So yes.
Yeah, I have seen that. So have I, because I obviously knew what you were talking about. I just had the wrong franchise. Yeah, back on to dogs pissing on people.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really much to that dog subplot other than make Seagal somehow
humanize him a little bit.
It's kind of John Wick before John Wick. But in this case, the dog lives.
Yeah, it's fair. I will say that I think the film slows down and drags a little bit once we kind of get to Seagal going to the club to meet Gina Gershon's character.
With the memorable line where he asks how she's doing, and I think her line is like, "Well, I'm just keeping it wet." I'm like, yeah. Okay. That's a line I've never heard in a film before.
I am admittedly not the biggest fan of Gina Gershon. I haven't seen her in a lot of stuff that I've liked her in.
I really don't have anything against her. I mean, I've seen stuff that she's okay in. I mean, she plays. I haven't seen her really act, although I haven't seen Bound, but I hear Bound is really fucking good. So I might check that out to see, what she can do. I mean, there's always people usually go to Showgirls when it goes to Gina Gershon.
Right.
It's either that Brown or Showgirls. And she was great in Face Off. I mean, she's a good actress. Actually,
she was pretty good in I don't know if you've seen Killer Joe or not.
I haven't yet. Is that Nicolas Cage?
No, that's Matthew McConaughey.
Matthew McConaughey.
And Emil Hirsch.
Now that's an actor that's underutilized.
Well, yeah, but he's also an asshole.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Gina Gershon is apparently going to be is cast as Mad Moxie in the Borderlands movie.
Really?
That's very. I mean, Gina Gershon is a gorgeous woman, and Mad Moxie is a gorgeous character in the video game, so it makes sense.
Isn't Tom Holland in that one?
It's like Kevin Hart, Jack Black.
Oh boy! So it's basically Jumanji Part 3 or Fart 4 if you're counting the original film.
Yeah. Did you say Fart 4? Like
no, I said Part 4.
I thought you were making a thinly veiled Tropic Thunder reference.
Oh, maybe I should. Maybe I should have. That would have been better.
Fart 2. God. But she, back to Gina Gershon. I don't feel her character adds much to the film overall.
She gives a couple tidbits of information, but other than that, she's just the usual, stubborn. I'm not going to give you information. So Seagal just takes her downtown and
I won't turn on my brother, even though my brother is straight up just murdering everybody he comes in contact with.
So basically, he just arrests her on a kind of a bullshit charge and has her on hold for like 24 hours.
Yeah,
hoping he can get the information out of her.
What about? Go ahead.
Doesn't he arrest more of her friends too?
Yeah, and then he also brings in her dad, who's played by Dominic Chianci, who is for those of you who watch The Sopranos, is Junior. Almost unrecognizable though, because you're used to seeing him as Uncle Junior in the all kind of frail and with the glasses and everything, and I didn't recognize him at first.
Yeah,
when he showed up on screen.
There's a lot of mob Italian actors in the film that you usually see in mob films,
like Robert Lasardo, and oh god, I mean they're not mob actors, but Kane Hodder is in this fucking movie.
Was he? Where was he?
As one of the gang members. Yeah, there's a couple like random folks in this movie.
Scapelli from Super Mario Brothers was in this film. I forgot his name. Gianni something.
Gianni Russo.
Gianni Russo was in the film.
Who plays Carlo Rizzi in? Plays Carlo Rizzi in The Godfather.
He'll always be Scapelli to me. Sorry.
Monkey. Isn't that the character that gets turned into a monkey, right?
Yep, Scapelli gets turned into a monkey.
That's what I thought.
Boss, what did they do to you?
I mean, I will say, because this is so how many Seagal movies have we seen now that take place in New York? This is the first one, right?
No, didn't Hard to Kill? No, was that California?
That was Chicago.
Oh.
No, Hard to Kill was LA.
Okay.
Marked for Death was Chicago. Above the Law was Chicago. So yeah, this is the first one.
Okay. And
he thrives in this fucking environment.
In the dirty city environment.
I mean, for me, if this were the films that Seagal had made for another like 5 years, dude, he could have really cranked out some good, entertaining, like A-level cop films.
Yeah. I mean, he's good at playing a cop.
A brusque dickhead.
Yeah, basically. He plays just a down and dirty cop.
Yeah.
Who gets the job done. And he plays the archetype of that so fucking good.
You know what? I will actually go out on a limb and say that he is the best actor I have seen play that kind of role in a action movie. Not
I agree.
Not in like a non-action movie, like in an action movie like this one, he really nails it as that kind of character.
Yeah, but it has to be a specific type of cop.
Yeah.
In an action film. There are different types of cops in action films. So like you have the Danny Glover, Mel Gibson, Lethal Weapon type of cops. This is a different kind of cop that he plays perfectly.
Yeah.
And I think he should have stayed in that wheelhouse and, because that's where he shines.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't find Seagal particularly charismatic in a lot of the things that he's in because, again, his personality and what he's trying to do doesn't necessarily necessitate being charismatic. But I will say, when he's in a role like this, these are the kinds of roles he should have been playing. And I mean, I guess you could make the case, or you could make the argument, that the movies that he's in now are kind of like this.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, when he's enjoying himself, you can tell, and that it comes through, and it makes the film even better.
Yeah. I mean, he was enjoying himself in Attrition.
Yeah, because I think he co-write that or something.
Sure. I mean, yeah, but my point is, like, he was enjoying himself in that. He's enjoying himself in this. Yeah. And it comes through. Like, we both liked Attrition a lot more than either one of us thought we were going to.
Exactly. And I think Seagal, thrives on just doing what he loves. And
I don't know.
You got to wonder, and sometimes I wonder, in the films where he's not doing much, is that the writers or Seagal?
It's probably a combination of the two. I don't think it's one or the other. It's got to be both.
Because I love it when Seagal does what he does. Because nobody does it like he, like, you know.
No, he's similar to Arnold and Stallone and JCVD. They are all unique, bigger than life people. And their personalities come through, even if it's pretty muted. Seagal's personality is rather muted. He's not as, kind of exciting as Arnold. He doesn't have the kind of genuine charisma that Stallone has. And JCVD has the martial arts. That's what JCVD is, the martial arts guy.
But I think he does it. But I think JCVD also has some type of charisma to him, likability.
I agree,
and a sense of humor. He does have a sense of humor.
Now he does. There was a time where JCVD was taking himself way too seriously.
When you look at films like in the late '90s, he started to kind of lighten up a bit. Like when he did that film with Dennis Rodman, Double Team.
Right. Oh yeah.
Can you see Seagal doing that type of film? He's not one to. He has to lead. I don't think he's the type of person that's like team him up with like a Kevin Hart or
Seagal.
Yeah, I don't think he would do well with a comedic partner. But we'll get to that.
I was about to say, aren't we going to see that though?
We will get to the Glimmer Man. We will get to the Glimmer Man.
Jonathan Q. Glimmerman. The Glimmerman. Is that what it is? Glimmerman?
I still haven't seen the film.
Glimmer Man. It is a movie that stars Keenan Ivory Wayans as his partner.
So we will get to that. But
do you know who the Glimmer Man is in that movie?
Stephen Tobolowsky.
No, right? Steven Seagal is the Glimmer Man.
Oh.
Because he moves so quickly and quietly through the jungle that his victims would only see a glimmer before they died. I'm not even joking.
Well, we'll get to that. Don't worry. Let's not jump ahead.
Let's not jump off that cliff before we have to.
Yeah, let's save our villainous Stephen Tobolowsky for.
Yeah, because by the way, that's the second to last Steven Seagal theatrical film. So
yes,
yep.
But but I think my theory will stand. Seagal likes. All the films so far, he's either working alone or working with a team of outlaw assassins.
Yeah, it's what I like about this movie, similarly to some of the other ones that we've watched, these earlier ones versus the later ones. I really like when this actor Seagal, I like when he goes small with these films. When it's not. So look, this is not Under Siege. Seagal is not saving the world. He's literally killing a crackhead in New York. That is about as small scale gets.
Yeah, he's pretty much doing it for himself.
Yeah, he's out for justice.
Yeah, he easily could have just stepped aside and let the mob handle it.
Right, and to be fair, at the end of the movie, he kind of does in a way.
And but this is Seagal out for revenge, and that's what I love.
And it's a small movie. It's a small movie. It really is a chase film, and that's it. For me, I really am not a big fan of these Seagal films where it's like you are taking on this, these world traveled villains who are able to, do all these horrifying things like in On Deadly Ground or Fire Down Below. You have this environmental crisis and all this stuff, or Under Siege. As much as I appreciate Seagal going into these bigger style films, I don't think it works nearly as well as something like this. Something that is small and just a very personal, vendetta film. There's, Charles Bronson was making stuff like this in the 80s.
Yeah, Charles Bronson never really stepped out of that either.
No.
When you're
Seagal
doing
could
stuff,
have been that guy.
Some people may be biased because some people just love a good vengeance film. Vengeance films aren't for everybody.
No.
I watched was it 4 Death Wish films or 4 or 5 of them in succession because I love that type of film. I love a film where the hero goes after someone who took something from them that they love. That's why John Wick was so successful. That's why the 3 films of John Wick were so successful. That's why Death Wish films are so well known.
Stop, or there will be
trouble.
That's my favorite revenge movie.
You know what the weird part about that film is? He doesn't know he's out for revenge necessarily until he does that thing with the spike in his, and he gets the information transferred.
That's that Peter Weller performance that you just can't get past, like goofy ass shit.
I don't know, man. I was more of a Robert John Burke RoboCop 3 man.
Oh
myself.
my God, you were not. Do not.
I am not. I'm kidding.
Oh boy, I was real worried there for a second, but I knew you were kidding because that's not a phrase that anyone has ever uttered in any amount of seriousness.
Yeah, Fred Decker deserved better than that.
I mean, this movie is up there for me though with revenge films.
Yeah, this is a damn good revenge film.
Yeah,
and you know, people want, when it comes to revenge films, I'm the kind of guy that goes the more extreme the better. Really fuck someone up in the film. I don't want, like kind of somewhat violent film. I want hardcore balls to the walls, fucking people up kind of films. This is kind of like, have you ever seen Punisher Warzone?
Once.
It is like Punisher Warzone in terms of like over the top action violence.
I still can't believe in the first 5 minutes of this movie, William Forsythe shoots a woman point blank in the head. She honks her horn at him in her car, and he walks up and just fucking shoots her. In broad fucking daylight. He's a bastard. He's a bastard in this movie.
And I think it's really well set up that you want Seagal to kill this guy.
Yeah. You don't even know why. You just want him to die.
Sometimes in action films, you're like, I don't give a shit if he kills a villain or arrests him. In this film, I don't want him to arrest him. I want him to fucking die.
Yeah, he's a rabid dog, and he needs to be put down.
Violently put down, which happens.
Oh my God. You should, if you have not seen this film, Trevor, please tell the audience, what the fuck does he kill him with, man?
Oh God. I forgot what he kills him with.
Fucking
but he does.
Wine opener, a corkscrew to the goddamn head.
Oh man.
Stabs him right in the head with the corkscrew.
But he didn't.
No quips.
No quips. He should have said, He should have taken the blood, gone like this, and goes, a good year.
Oh, that would have been too much. But I'm here for that. I would have died laughing.
Seagal tasting someone's blood and just saying, a good year.
God. A good
No. No. He should have gone, vintage death.
I mean, again, we have this issue in these films where Seagal doesn't ever really feel threatened, and that is a problem in this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
look,
nobody he goes up against, I felt Seagal was in danger.
But would you agree with me in saying that up until this point, with the films that we've watched for this show, not the Seagal films that we've seen in toto, would you agree that has been the case in almost every single one of them?
Yeah, there's never been a henchman or a villain that I felt really kind of was a threat. I mean...
And we're always critical of this, right? But I do want to point out a couple things. Velos Cohagen in Total Recall. OCP Dick Jones in RoboCop.
Both played by Ronnie Cox.
Well, yeah, but that's that. I mean, I'm just trying to think of movies that have villains that are like the villain in this movie. The problem with the villains in those movies is those characters are cast as businessmen or business types. Or Eric Bogosian in Under Siege 2. We're going to talk about that and we'll draw comparisons to stuff like Ronnie Cox because that's a very much a similar character, similar to Tommy Lee Jones in the next film.
Shout out to Richard.
Shout out to Big Richard Haddam. But those characters in those films, and these are films that objectively people love, RoboCop, people love these movies. We were just talking about it. Those villains aren't necessarily threats either. Even what's the actor's name who plays Red in that 70s show? Do You Fly, Bobby?
Yeah, that's what's his name?
Oh, that's why I forgot it.
Do You Fly, Bobby?
Yeah.
I used to fucking know his name. What is wrong with me? Hold on, I got it.
Kurtwood Smith.
I think now he's known mostly for Red. than for RoboCop. It probably depends on the person.
Red from that 70s.
That 70s show, yeah. Dumbass.
But my point is, what I don't get is why is that not an issue for me in those movies, but it's an issue for me in Seagal movies? because we brought it up like every episode of the show for the most part. Is it because Seagal is Aikido and they're like, is it that the assumption or the intent of the director in a film where you have a Aikido star is that the person that they're going up against may match their skill?
I think it's the fact that I don't even expect them to be a threat to Seagal. In the other films, I hope they can pose a threat. In Seagal films, I just don't care. I was more like, you know what? I know that nothing's going to happen. I know that Seagal's just going to kick the shit out of him and I'm going to enjoy watching it. You kind of...
So you can overlook it.
I can overlook it because it's Seagal and it just prolongs the inevitable. He's going to do what he's going to do. And
I don't disagree with you.
I think it's because we know what Seagal is like as a person.
Sure.
We know he's told producers, I don't want to scratch on me. I don't want anybody to get a hit on me. He's one of those guys that wants to appear flawless.
He's one of those guys that doesn't understand that it's called acting.
Exactly.
This is not reality, dude.
I mean, I think it would be refreshing to see him take a few hits.
I mean, even Henry Silva doesn't get in that many licks in Hard to Kill.
Yeah, but then again, as a villain,
Hard to Kill. What was it?
Above
the Law.
Above the Law, but he ain't above mine.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even and he gets no licks in on him. And this is a guy who is playing a massive villain in the, a character actor who plays villains. I mean, I just watched Sharky's Machine where he plays the villain in that film, and he's fantastic in that movie. And then he goes into Seagal's movie, and they do nothing with it.
This is another Dick Tracy alumnus because he played Pruneface.
That's right. Just talk about Dick Tracy instead, apparently.
He just goes through Dick Tracy roster and just,
It just kills them off one by one.
Yeah. Next film is Steven Seagal versus Al Pacino. That I would pay to see.
I mean, I would pay to see it, but I bet Al Pacino would get iced in the last 5 minutes of the movie with 2 hits like every other villain has.
Yeah, but Al Pacino rarely gets killed in a film. 2 films I think I've seen him die in.
Is one of them Godfather 3?
Oh, I haven't seen Godfather 3 yet.
I mean, you don't have to. Have you seen the first one?
Oh, of course.
Have you seen the second one?
Not yet. I have the trilogy on Blu-ray, but I don't have the Death of Michael Corleone version yet.
# sacrilegious. I do not like Godfather 2.
That's okay.
I know, but that is a wildly minority opinion.
Do you think Godfather 3 is superior?
No, I think Godfather 3 is a film that doesn't justify its existence. I think the first
Sofia
movie
Coppola
is good. The first movie is a classic, unabashed classic. It stands on its own as a singular film. It doesn't need a sequel.
Was Sofia Coppola that bad?
No, the movie's just that bad. It just doesn't. I've never understood the need to have a third Godfather film, even more so than the second one, because the way the first one ends is just so iconic. The door closes,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't need to see more of that story is what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? I can imagine where that story goes, and where I imagine the story goes is essentially where it ends up going in the movies. But the movies are 5 more fucking hours of shit that's just a prequel with De Niro. And it's no, I don't need it. And I know I'm going to take flack for this, but again, ultimately, you don't need to watch Godfather 2 or 3. You've seen the first one. It's the best of the 3.
But anyway, back to for just, I think it's just, he's put up against the weakest actors you can think of.
Yeah.
Actors you wouldn't Hard to Kill. He was up against Bill Sadler. He's been up against Henry Silva.
Which, for the record, though, Bill Sadler was well cast in Die Hard 2.
Yeah.
Physically intimidating in Die Hard 2, even.
You have any words for the press? Yeah. Fuck. And you.
I mean, he's great in that movie.
He's great in everything.
Yes. William Sadler is, for many reasons, my favorite actor.
Let's see. He was up against a voodoo priest in Mark for Death, which I think that was the most threatening villain so far.
Yes, I would 100% agree with you. I think that Screwface in
Mark for Death.
In Mark, you know what? Can we talk about this shit real quick, because we haven't brought it up.
We can edit this as one.
No, I know, but okay. So, do you know what the original title for Out for Justice was?
What was it?
The Price of Our Blood. Do you know why they changed it to Out for Justice?
Why?
because the studio said it had to be a three-word title like the other Seagal films.
Marked for Death, Hard to Kill, Out for Justice,
Above the Law.
Above the Law.
Which, by the way, all those titles could be talking about the same movie. Actually, all of them could be used interchangeably. Yeah,
very much interchangeable.
Yeah, I mean, what would? Okay, so let's walk that thought experiment through. What would be the better title for this movie? Above the Law, Hard to Kill, or Marked for Death?
Let's see, Above the Law, Hard to Kill. I would think Above the Law.
Me too.
Because William Forsythe thinks he's like this mob protected,
guy who's above the law.
Basically.
Be it real law or mafioso law.
Second place, I think, would be Hard to Kill.
As a title?
As a title.
Yeah, I think Hard to Kill really, I would say of his first 4 films, these kind of like early golden era, Above the Law and Out for Justice could have their titles switched. Marked for Death and Hard to Kill. I think Marked for Death could work as the title for Hard to Kill, but I don't think Hard to Kill could work as the title for Marked for Death.
No, I don't think so.
Because Hard to Kill really is about how Steven Seagal is hard to kill. That's a movie where he's in the coma, right?
Yeah, he's in the coma, and he wakes up from the coma, and he's hard to kill because they tried to kill him, and they didn't.
And he's also hard because he wakes up to Kelly LeBrock grabbing his dick.
Yeah, which, by the way...
Remember that?
Which, by the way, instant termination from your job.
Yeah, which also, by the way, that led to Kelly LeBrock and Steven Seagal getting married, which is...
Man, to be a fly on the wall in that marriage.
Oh.
Do you know this bit of
having a lot of stuff thrown at them?
Have you read the IMDb trivia to this movie? According to William Forsythe, Steven Seagal told Forsythe, "You really need to work on your Brooklyn accent." Forsythe, a Brooklyn native, replied, "Trust me, you do." So William Forsythe basically told Steven Seagal that his accent sucks.
No, I'm the thing I'm making the face at is the lack of self. It's like this is almost the it's like this is almost like a view into this asshole's mind. You know what I mean? Like, he lacks the self-awareness to the point where he's telling someone who's from Brooklyn, from Bed-Stuy of all places, your Brooklyn accent isn't right.
Steven Seagal offered the producers $1 million to take the dog who played Coraggio home, but it was turned down over concerns for the dog's safety.
Is that real?
Yeah.
It says a lot more about Steven Seagal than it does anyone else.
Steven Seagal went to composer David Michael Frank's house to approve all the music before it was recorded.
I mean, again, the thing is, and you'll see this in Hollywood, especially when someone strikes it hot, is they're essentially given carte blanche to do whatever they want, and the studios were kowtowing to whatever Seagal wanted. Clearly, Look, as someone who works works in production for a production company, while we would listen to what an actor has to say, obviously, I'm not sure anyone in their right mind should be giving an actor approval on the music of the film,
or accent, especially if the actor is from the borough that the accent is from,
that the film is set in.
Juliana Margulies was cast specifically by Steven Seagal for her role in the film, but she didn't enjoy working with him at all. Well, no shit. She later said in an interview that she used to see Seagal working on projects for Warner Brothers while she was a regular on ER, and he would always say, "Margulies, come over here and show me some respect." She bluntly said, "He's not someone I keep in contact with."
What is it like? What is this dude's deal, man?
We've said this before, and we'll say it again. He is not self-aware.
Nope. He's an asshole. Which is, look, I mean, again, the industry is full of them. Like anything else, if the world is full of assholes, the industry you work in is going to be full of assholes too. Because there's infinite amounts of people working in the industry that you work in, and there's going to be a chance that a percentage of those people, hopefully a small one, are going to be unrepentant pieces of shit. Like Steven Seagal. But again, like so many things, Steven Seagal makes entertaining films.
He brings in the money, and they put up with it.
And that's what talks in this industry.
Yeah, there's also
viability.
I want to like Steven Seagal. I really do.
I mean, as a person or as an actor?
As a person. I want to like him as a person. I want to say, but But no, he does all these things that make me think, wow, you're a fucking asshole. Like, I think Siskel put it perfectly in his review of the film. He likes the movie. He doesn't like Seagal as a person. He says in interviews he finds him very unctuous.
It's like too much.
Well, sure.
I wouldn't say he's ingratiatingly flattering though, because he doesn't flatter anybody but himself.
I
Right?
guess. Yeah.
I mean, you don't say to a fellow actor, "Come give me respect."
Well, no, because you get your ass kicked.
Unless you're the ass kicker.
Yeah. I mean, who the fuck would give him respect at all?
I don't know. You earn respect. You aren't given respect.
I think he thinks there's actually kind of a mafia way about him where he thinks that just because he's a figure of certain power that he is owed respect. Owed respect. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's you let your ego go to your head. That's what it is. I mean, that's and yeah, he has.
And that's a shame. Yeah. That is a shame because.
But at the end of the day, that's who he is intrinsically. You cannot separate. I mean, that's the thing here. You cannot separate who he is from his role.
But I can separate the person from the film I'm watching and still enjoy the film. I think, like we enjoyed this one a lot. Knowing what we know. We've said this so many times about Seagal and his personality. And I think that he's just, it's just something we have to live with.
Yeah. I'm sure the audience is tired of us saying it over and over again. And honestly,
they want to listen to a podcast about Seagal, about his films. They don't want to hear over and over what an asshole he is.
But we do need to point it out because we're not sitting here and saying that like Seagal is a good person and that we support or defend the decisions that he's made. We are looking at these films for the film part of them, not the Seagal part, because no one should be looking at these films for Seagal for who he is. Because he does not deserve it. He has forfeited that right through any number of terrible things that he has done. And there's 2 more things added to that list by just sitting here and listening to you read the IMDb trivia.
Mm-hmm. The lights went. He cried when the lights went out in his trailer, and he tried to have a Teamster fired.
Is that real?
Yeah, read it on the trivia.
Wow. Can't say I'm surprised, but nothing surprises me anymore with Steven Seagal.
No, but damn it, we still enjoy his films.
Yeah.
When will we learn?
No, I mean, he is entertaining. You can't take him away. You can't take that away from him.
You really can't. I mean,
but I don't want to hang out with him in real life any more than you do, any more than anyone would want to.
Pretty much. I mean, we'd have to go to Russia to hang out with him.
That too, which I'm no way.
I'm good here.
Yeah, I'm bad enough here as it is. I don't need to go somewhere where things are even worse. So
yeah, I mean, but on a happy note. Out for Justice.
I would say
really
ponytail.
Good.
I would say ponytail.
Oh, it's a ponytail. It is a long ass ponytail.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite Seagal films. Dare I say, better than Marked for Death.
You think so?
Yeah, I kind of enjoyed I enjoyed the griminess to it. I enjoyed the smash mouth, fucked up, dirty of it. When he's down and dirty and just kind of.
No, I agree. I mean, that is what I like about this movie as well. Is the feel and the setting of the movie.
Exactly. It feels, just you can feel the environment he's in.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a set piece.
No, New York is a character in this film.
Mm-hmm. Just like Chicago was a character in the other films.
Yeah. I wish he had done more films in New York, frankly. I wish he had done more films like this one.
Yeah.
A smaller film. I mean, we're literally not on the next episode, because on the next episode, we're going to be talking about China
dealer.
Salesman.
China Salesman, sorry.
I want to thank you all. However, only 2 companies have been selected. Whoever wins the bidding wins respect.
Once the communication collapses, the door of our success will be wide open.
The capital is in chaos. The Civil War is unavoidable.
You got a lot of nerve coming here.
Our people are not extinct.
But on the episode after that one, we are going to be talking about Under Siege. And that is where Seagal goes from small scale problems to
a fucking aircraft carrier.
Yeah, world ending problems. So
plus you got Tommy Lee Jones and Gary Busey. So the crazy factor is just going to go up to 11.
Yeah. And let's not kid ourselves. Under Siege is an absolute classic.
Yes, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. 2 episodes ahead of ourselves, sir. We have to do China Salesman next. So hey, it might be good.
That's the one that has Mike Tyson in it.
Does it?
Yep.
I should know. I work on this podcast.
I believe that is the. Is that? Yeah, that's the one where Mike Tyson and Steven Seagal had that fight.
Yep. Let's hope he's.
I have seen that fight scene.
How is it?
I'm not gonna spoil it for you. I won't do it. I won't spoil it for you. Needless to say, it's something.
Should we try to get that episode out ASAP?
We should try to figure out a way to not watch that movie because I bet the movie that it's connected to is not very good.
Well, I think on that note.
Yeah, on that note, where can people find you, Trevor?
Well, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Bad Vertigo. Made it shorter because the other one was just way too complicated. You can find me once a month on the Kulturecast with my co-host here, Chris Stachiw. An amazing podcast, by the way. You should definitely check out. Where we talk about.
Are you being paid to say that?
No, of course not. Let's see,
I'm kidding. Yeah. How many? 20, 50. I didn't pay you enough this month, did I?
Yeah, you didn't pay. Well, Mike didn't pay me enough either when I did Projection Booth. Wow. That's why I don't talk about it that often.
Wow. You're gonna invoke the wrath of Mike White. He's gonna hear you through the void of space and time.
Hey, Mr. White, where's the Mr. Green? Come on.
Wow.
So yeah, I do Kulturecast. You can see me occasionally on Dueling Decades. See me more, hear me. But they do video podcasts now on YouTube, on Dueling Decades YouTube channel. Check that out. And where can people find you, Mr. Stachiw?
cstachiw.com is my link tree. That's where you can find me, and that's where you should go if you want to hear the things that Trevor was talking about, a couple other shows that I work on, Scary Stories We Tell. There's all kinds of stuff. cstachiw.com is where you can find me if that's something you want to do. You can find this podcast on the internet at onseagal.com, on Facebook at onseagal, and on Twitter at onseagal, as well as no, that's all of them. Never mind. And yeah, that's where you can find us, and that's where you can find the show. Leave us a review on iTunes. We will be back. The next episode, we will be talking about China Salesman. And on the episode after that one, we're going to have a special someone on the show joining us to talk about Under Siege. And I'm excited to have this person on the show because we've talked about them a couple times. It's not Steven Seagal, I'll tell you that much, but it is someone who I would say is as important to this podcast as Steven Seagal is, because they kind of paved the way for something like this to happen. So we'll put that out for you guys to figure out. And until then, we'll catch you on the next episode.
See ya.